Do you believe Jesus is God?
Yeah.
Do you believe that he was a prophet of God?
Yes, of course.
Do you believe he was a servant of God?
Of course, all those things.
So how do you be God yourself and be your own servant?
Well, in the Bible, it says that he submitted to the Father.
Does God have a God?
What do you mean by that?
Does God call out and say, my God, to somebody else?
No, that doesn't make sense.
So when Jesus says, I will make him a pillar in the temple of my God,
Yeah.
but you said God doesn't call out to somebody else as my God.
Yeah.
So how could Jesus be God then?
He still had his human nature there.
After he died on earth, according to Christian resurrected, he still had a human nature?
His glorified body, yes.
So he's still human.
Yes.
So when he goes to heaven and he's with God and the New Jerusalem and the temple of God is set up, he'll still be human.
He has a human nature.
And how do you separate that from his godly nature? Because this doesn't. It just says, he who overcomes, I will make him a pillar in the temple of my God.
Yeah, that was his human nature
And
speaking. Yeah.
where did it say that? It's his human nature speaking.
Well, because he was in his human nature. We can see that.
Where did it say that though? You're just making that up as an explanation from your end, but that's not in scripture.
No,
He
in the
doesn't.
gospel.
Okay. He does not separate between his glorified body or his human nature or his godly nature. He just calls out my God.
Yeah.
Why? Where is your evidence that that's his humanly nature speaking and not his godly?
If it's not the human nature speaking, then who is speaking?
Jesus is. And all of his
Is
nature.
that, okay,
Where does it say that it's different?
You said all of his nature?
Yeah.
Okay,
Whatever nature he has. I do
you're
not
recording?
separate. Yeah, I am recording. That's why I put the mic on you.
No, it's okay.
Yeah. But
keep talking.
where does it say that's his glorified body speaking and not anything else from him?
Then who's speaking then?
Jesus is.
Okay, and we believe as Christians that Jesus, when he resurrected, he had a glorified body,
Did he also have a divine self?
a divine nature. Yeah.
Yeah. So why isn't his divine nature here?
Okay.
Where did you separate that?
Well, because of my God and making
So,
proper my
so
God.
you're saying anytime a verse seems like Jesus is not God, you're just going to say that's his human nature speaking, even though there's nothing in context about that. According to Revelation, there is no distinction. It's just Jesus speaking.
Great.
You saying that this is his human nature, are you're putting your thoughts into the Revelations chapter.
Okay.
But in the Revelations chapter of the Revelations, chapter 3, verse 12, there is no distinction. It's just Jesus speaking.
Right.
And he called the God above my God. And you know God doesn't have a God.
Yep.
So clearly Jesus isn't God.